Hi folks, my name is Johnny Myden. I'm the Sinn Féin TD for County Wexford. I'd just like to relay a small, short message to you all for Easter. As you know, this is the 114th anniversary of the 1916 Rising, where the men and women of this country had a vision for an Irish Republic, and a vision that was contained in the proclamation. So as we come together as a nation to meet the challenges posed by the coronavirus, it is important that we remember and take inspiration for all those who risked and sacrificed everything for our freedom. Sinn Féin wants to bring about a government for workers and families. Sinn Féin received the most votes in the last general election. Yet, we are being excluded from all talks. Incredibly, the two main parties are refusing to put aside their bias and not include us. We believe their efforts to exclude us are self-serving. And we are very, very serious about delivering for workers and families. We believe that a government led by Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael will not serve their purpose. Workers and families have not forgotten that they were made to pick up the tab in the form of cuts and austerity following the last crash. This is a road we cannot go down again. We must have the courage and leadership to reimagine our society and deliver something better. An Ireland for workers and families. We also, continuing on from the proclamation, believe in a united Ireland. Irish unity is the best vision for the future of our Ireland, economically, socially and politically. The two most recent significant threats to the well-being of our people, the coronavirus and Brexit, have really shone a bright spotlight on the folly of partition. Partition is a roadblock to the prosperity and the welfare of everyone who calls this island home. We believe unity makes sense. And I'd just like to finish up by conveying our condolences to all those families who've lost someone through the coronavirus. We know these are hard times, but like the men and women of 1916, we must take from their inspiration, we must take from their courage, we must continue on, we must defeat this coronavirus. We will come out a better nation after this. And we, as Sinn Féin, will be working hard for you. We believe in families, we believe in workers, we believe in equality. We believe in everyone should be given a chance in this country. We believe what went on before did not serve the people of Ireland, cannot serve the people of Ireland, and will never serve the people of Ireland.
The proclamation of Poblacht na hÉireann, the provisional government of the Irish Republic, to the people of Ireland. Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which she receives her old tradition of nationhood, Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom. Having organised and trained her manhood through her secret revolutionary organisation, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and through her open military organisations, the Irish Volunteers and the Irish Citizen Army. Having patiently perfected her discipline, having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself, she now seizes that moment and, in support of our exiled children in America and by gallant allies in Europe, but relying in the first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland, and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation of that right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished, except by the destruction of the Irish people. In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to national freedom and sovereignty. 6 times during the past 300 years, they've asserted it in arms. Standing on that fundamental right and again asserting it in arms in the face of the world, we hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as a sovereign, independent state. And we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, of its welfare, and of its exaltation among the nations. The Irish Republic is entitled to, and hereby claims, the allegiance of every Irish man and Irish woman. The Republic guarantees religious and civil liberty, equal rights and equal opportunities to all its citizens, and declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation and of all its parts, cherishing all of the children of the nation equally, and oblivious of the differences carefully fostered by an alien government, which have divided a minority from the majority in the past. Until our arms have brought about the opportune moment for the establishment of a permanent national government, representative of the whole people of Ireland and elected by the suffrages of all her men and women, the provisional government, hereby constituted, will administer the civil and military affairs of the Republic in trust for the people. We place the cause of the Irish Republic under the protection of the Most High God, whose blessing we invoke upon our arms, and we pray that no one who serves that cause will dishonour it by cowardice, inhumanity, or rapine. In this supreme hour, the Irish nation must, by its valour and discipline, and by the readiness of its children to sacrifice themselves for the common good, prove itself worthy of the august destiny to which it is called. Signed on behalf of the Provisional Government, Thomas J. Clark, Sean McDermott, Thomas McDonough, P.H. Pearce, Eamon Cant, James Conley, Joseph Plunkett.
Cardia, the comrade, Chuck Rolla and over, the Lacre, a four boss, or son, Coach Saoirse, Trashna, Nikita, Rare. Starting with 1916, Thomas Wafer in Escorty, Michael O'Hanlon New Ross, Thomas Stokes in Escorty, James Corcoran Ashtamore, 1918-1921, Seamus Rafter in Escorty, Thomas Fielding Barntown, Sean O'Brien Morris Castle, James Dunn Gorey, Edward Nolan Ferns, Martin Roach Salt Mills, Frank Fitzgerald Salt Mills, James Gleeson Salt Mills, Robert Welsh Salt Mills, James Bourne Scar, Matt Furlong Wexford, John Moran Enniscorthy, and Thomas Ryan Bloody Sunday in Croke Park. 1922, Daniel Bourne Gorey, Henry O'Connor Enniscorthy, William Doyle New Ross, Morris Spillane Enniscorthy, Patrick Conley Mayo, Patrick O'Brien Dublin, Lee Mellors Dublin and Castletown, Michael Morris Kyle, Michael O'Brien Bowl of Ogue, James Roche Asquinchon. 1923, James Parr Clover Valley, John Crane Timon, Patrick Hogan Wexford, Con McCarthy Morntown, Bernie Radford Morntown, Michael Radford Morntown, George King Blackwater, Edward Cowman The Lep, John Lacey Wexford, Martin Nolan New Ross, John O'Connor Enniscorthy, Michael Furlong Adamstown, Joe Whitty Wexford, Joe Lacey Blackwater, Miles Moore Enniscorthy, James Dempsey Owlert, Dick Hume Cranford, and Sean Etchingham Ballantrae. 1924 to 1929, died from illness and effect. William Fardy Tegoat, Andy Green Cranford, Matty Moore in Wexford, Richard Duggan Wexford, Robert Turrell Cranford, Sean Kavanagh Ferns, Thomas Murphy Tegoat, Eben Stewart Tegoat, Liam Cavan Castletown, Andy Reynolds Wexford, John O'Connor Wexford. 1938, Peter Daly Monagear died in Spain. 1940, Michael Debricks Wexford. 1957, George Keegan Enniscorthy and Patrick Parr Wexford. And 1996, Edward O'Brien Gorey on active service in London. We remember, we pray the following that have passed away since. The following Republicans: James Rowe, Jeff Barry, Dahi Ford, Josh Keelty, Eamon Elliott, Turf Lodge ex-Congo striker, Bobby Ronan, Nick Furlong, Liam McGarry and Matt Murphy. Déint díal trochar ar an anam agus ar an anam gach duine a fuabás ar san an cúis éarn déanta séir. Tágamach.
Was down the glen one Easter morn to a city fair rode I. There armed lines of marching men in squadrons pass me by. No pipe did hum, no battle drum did sound its dread tattoo, but the angelus bell o'er the Liffey swell rang out through the foggy dew. Right proudly and high over Dublin town, they hung out the flag of war. 'Twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than at Sulva or Stodel Bar. And from the plains of Royal Mead, strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's Huns with their long-range guns sailed into the foggy dew. 'Twas England's bid our wild geese go, that small nations might be free. But their lonely graves are by Sulva's waves, on the fringe of the great North Sea. Oh, had they died by Pierce's side, or fought with Calrua, their names we will keep where the Fenians sleep, 'neath the shroud of the foggy dew. Oh, the bravest fell, and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear. For those who died that Eastertide in the springtime of the year, and the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless men, but few, who bore the fight at freedom's right, might shine through the foggy dew. Oh, and back to the glen I rode again, and my heart with grief was sore. For I parted then with those valiant men, whom I never shall see no more. But to and fro in my dreams I go, and I'll kneel and I'll pray for you, for slavery fled, oh rebel dead, when you fell in the foggy dew.
The rhythm of time. There's an inner thing in every man. Do you know this thing, my friend? It has withstood the blows of 1,000,000 years and will do so to the end. It was born when time did not exist, and it grew up out of life. It cut down evil's strangling vines like a slashing, searing knife. It lit fires when fires were not, and burnt the mind of man, tempering leadened hearts to steel from the time that time began. It wept by the waters of Babylon, and when all men were a loss, it screeched in writhing agony, and it hung bleeding from the cross. It died in Rome by lion and sword, and in defiant cruel array, when the deathly word was Spartacus along the Appian Way. It marched with Wat the Tyler's poor, and frightened lord and king, and it was emblazoned in their deathly stare as e'er a living thing. It smiled in holy innocence before conquistadors of old, so meek and tame and unaware of the deathly power of gold. It burst forth through pitiful Paris streets and stormed the old Bastille and marched upon the serpent's head and crushed it beneath its heel. It died in blood on buffalo plains and starved by moons of rain. Its heart was buried at Wounded Knee, but it will come to rise again. It screamed aloud by Kerry Lakes as it was knelt upon the ground, and it died in great defiance as they coldly shot it down. It's found in every light of hope. It knows no bounds nor space. It has risen in red and black and white. It is there in every race. It lies in the hearts of heroes dead. It screams in tyrants' eyes. It has reached the peak of mountains high. It comes searing across the skies. It lights the dark of this prison cell. It thunders forth its might. It is the undauntable thought, my friend, that thought that says, I'm right.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Cos Conadí ver fad.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Stay safe. Gur maith go léir.